Hey, Johnny, how about a beer, huh?
A couple Charles Bukowskis?
Couple Brustoyevskis?
Maybe a Mike Brugaslowski?
Perhaps a Teddy Bruschi?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Magical. I wish I could brush my teeth with it. I want to put my dick in it. I wanted to put it stick in me. I wish it were winter. We could make it into ice blocks and skate on it, and then melt it in the springtime and drink it.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, Mr. Peterson, Jack Frost nipping at your nose?
Yeah, now let's get Joe Beer nipping at my liver, huh?
All right. What's up, nerds? Welcome to the latest episode of Nerds with Attitude Podcast. We are live at the Brew Rebellion, a very cool brewery in San Bernardino, California. Hey, guys, here at the Brew Rebellion, what's up? I am Kevin, as always, and going around the table.
This is Scott.
This is Brian.
I'm Robert.
It's Miggs.
All right, and we are the Nerds with Attitude Podcast, and this is our pre-Comic-Con episode, so we're going to be talking about a lot of Comic-Con exclusives, and I really hope you guys have been saving up your pennies, because anybody want to keep a running tally while we go through some of the highlights of how much money people are going to be spending at Comic-Con this year?
Roughly $37,000.
I'm going to just say all the money.
All the money. Yes,
So,
I agree.
Let's just get right into it, because we got a lot to go through. First up is Micronauts and Visionaries. And Scott, Visionaries?
Yeah.
How excited are you about Visionaries,
Well,
man?
I'd be really excited if it was a cool toy, but it's not. They're doing a Mighty Mug, because those worked so well in the past.
Well, everybody knows that a big, round, bulbous-shaped toy that doesn't move is the best thing ever,
Well,
right?
you know, there's a way to do it, like Pops. Pops work, and it works because there's a level of cuteness to it, and it's
Not just a round head with a painted-on face.
Exactly.
There's actually some molding that goes on.
But this Visionaries, this Leoric looks awful, man. They got a little molded chest plate on it, which is a little
With the
different.
hologram.
With the hologram. But I think it's a painted-on hologram. It doesn't even look like an actual hologram, which was the whole point behind the Visionaries. So, yeah, I am not excited about this set.
Yeah, well, no pricing for any of that yet.
No,
but,
not yet.
The Visionary, I'm sorry, not the Visionaries. The Micronauts look pretty cool. They kind of look like a good combo between like modern action figure making with articulation, but also with sort of like the old 80s G.I. Joe, riveted ball joint kind of stuff. And they look like space skeletons. Is that a good
Space skeletons is a
right.
pretty
Yes.
accurate description.
Metalloids. Yeah.
I mean, are they're cyborgs? Is that why they're all kind of chrome silver?
I'm not familiar with Micronauts.
T800s, maybe?
I had these when I was a kid. Being my dad had actually gotten on these when he was stationed over in Japan. So when they got all of them back to the U.S., that's pretty much exactly what they look like. Just more of the ball joints, like you said, from the early 80s.
Well, they were
and
made kind of like old G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
were.
So I mean, it was the closest to having something kind of like space alien-y for the G.I. Joes to fight back then.
Right.
But I mean, I'm excited for them again.
Did they have the O-rings in them? Or?
No, they didn't have O-rings in them. I think it was more of a their chests were fused together.
Okay.
But
Probably
I
like
don't.
a plastic pivot.
Yeah,
point on
but
them or
I
something to spin.
don't know
Pivot.
how the new ones
Pivot.
are now. So they might be more posable for the torso area.
Okay.
Also coming up from Hasbro is the G.I. Joe Transformers set, which is great because they took last year off.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one.
And what was last year's? It was the
there
Creo?
wasn't one last year. The last year's G.I. Joe set, it was the 50th anniversary Vamp and
That's
the
what
Night
it was.
Landing sets.
The
Yeah, that's
Danger
right.
at the Docks. and
Danger at the
Danger at the Docks. And
But it was the
Danger at the
vintage,
Docks.
the vintage colored Vamp Mark II with
Right.
it, where you could get the camouflage when it. The
Yeah,
Toys
because
R
they
Us.
had the two exclusives. That way, when you put it together, you had that nice
big
big
mural
box art.
box, yeah. Because everybody likes to display mural box art.
Yeah, I do.
I've got room for it.
Of course.
Right?
On the wall.
Sure.
But what I'm saying
Ceiling?
is they took off last year from doing the G.I. Joe Transformers box set, which they're back to doing this year, and this is I've already given my money to someone who'll pick one up for me, I hope.
It's really cool.
It's you get a red Rattler, which is Power Glide, and you get a blue Hiss Tank, which is Soundwave. And like they've done sort of a Transformer weapon add-on to the vehicles.
That almost looks like the DTC version of the Hiss Tank, too.
It is the
doesn't
DTC version.
That is very cool. It's a very underused mold for that.
And
I think
a
it
lot
looks
of people
great.
like it.
Yeah,
I like
and it's
it.
got a gold canopy and Soundwave stickers that you can put on it. I love it. And the red Rattler looks amazing.
They're actually coming with different sets of stickers, so you can make the Hiss Tank a Hiss Tank. You can make it Shockwave. or you could just make it a G.I. Joe tank even.
That's
Same with
fantastic.
power
I love
level.
having the options
so like
to do
what
that.
they've been doing with the planes the last few years, where you get 2 or 3 sets of stickers.
Correct. You'll have Autobot stickers. You'll have Cobra stickers for the plane if you want to make like a Crimson Rattler, and then you'll just have regular,
Oh, fantastic.
Warthog stickers.
And then this comes with 2 figures, a Scarlet, which actually looks really good, sort of
It
like a
is.
black and yellow, almost like an X-Man
Not a fan.
outfit. Well, see, her I like. The Zartan,
Not a fan.
Not
Meh.
a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, too many Zartans already.
Yeah, and there's not. I would actually take a completely redesigned Zartan and just, even if it didn't look like him, and call it Zartan over just a repaint of the usual real skinny hooded.
What about a Czar severe sunburn?
Give us a blue one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like
It's
that
like an
translucent
all blue.
That'd be
yeah.
cool.
Blue, yeah. I love that as a kid. It's like it's in the sun and he's dark. And I take him out and he's light.
That was a great feature.
Like,
Yeah.
toys didn't do that. Like then Hot Wheels did that.
Yeah.
Like you put the Hot Wheels in the hot water. And it
Oh,
changed
the color
I'm like,
change.
Oh, I remember
cool.
those. Yeah. And so this one's going to sell for $100, and it'll be available on the Hasbro Toy Shop also.
Is it really $100?
$99.
Holy crap.
So
The last one was like 70, I think, 60 or 70.
I want to.
I want to say it was 68.
60, yeah.
Something
Let's
like
have
that.
Because
bigger
that's the
numbers.
last one I bought. Yeah.
I don't remember how much the Jetfire set was, but it wasn't 100. But
No.
Oh well. Scott, why don't you tell us about the Star Wars exclusive?
The Black Series 6-inch Obi-Wan Kenobi. It comes with the Obi-Wan Kenobi table and a little holographic Princess Leia. It's kind
It's
of
6 inches of Obi-Wan
It
Kenobi.
is 6 inches of old man Obi-Wan Kenobi, and
It's a wrinkly
I'm
action
excited
figure.
about that one.
it's kind of pissing me off because we're going to end up getting the regular version, but I want the little holographic. I want everything essentially.
Well, so this one's going to sell for $45, and I
Yeah.
bet you the Leia itself, which is an inch tall, a blue clear hollow Leia, is going to sell for $50 on eBay by itself.
Oh, probably.
So my
Yeah.
question is, they're doing a 6-inch Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
but they're doing a, which we'll discuss in a little bit, the 6-inch Astromech,
Yeah,
and they're not bothering to do Red 4 or whatever it is,
R5D4.
R5D4.
No, not yet. I
Weird.
figured that he'll probably end up showing up at an individual card eventually.
Like it'll be like
And you also
Comic-Con
have-
2017.
Yeah, well, you also
Probably.
have the celebration coming up in, 2 weeks or a month or something
Yeah,
like
in
that?
London.
Celebration starts this upcoming Friday.
Oh, that's soon. Okay.
Yeah, it's next Friday, and it's in London, and they've got the 6-inch Kylo Ren unmasked with the flags, and he comes with a little melted Darth Vader
Melted
helmet,
helmet,
which is really
yeah.
cool.
And I bet you the same thing that
And a
helmet's
tear
gonna-
rolling down his cheek.
Yeah.
'Cause he's crying so much.
Yeah.
It's funny, at Celebration, I was reading the article, you have to get in line to get a ticket.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that there would be no bomb rushing the sales booth, and it's 1 ticket per person per day.
And I tell you what, I went to
Wow.
Celebration last year in Anaheim, and it was awful trying to get anything exclusive from the Star
Which is
Wars
why I
store.
avoided it completely.
The convention itself was amazing. It was a great show.
And-
I could
and I
just
don't
walk up
doubt
to
it.
any vendor and buy whatever I wanted, but whenever it came to the actual show exclusives, impossible to
Yeah,
get.
this sounds like they were trying to address that. So
Yeah, could be.
Well, good. Progress is progress.
Yeah.
In Transformers world, we're getting Fortress Maximus. Austin, you excited about Fortress Maximus?
I'm in on that one, yes.
It-
Try to get the Comic-Con version.
Now, is it
Ooh.
just a repaint of the?
Yeah, it's slightly differently decoed. Comes with a big sword, like Grand Maximus in Japan, and a couple other little bells and whistles.
Is that the main difference? Is the sword it comes with?
Sword, different deco.
Yeah.
A couple other accessories that I do not recall at the moment.
Okay, but it's not like, because I know last year they had the Metroplex, and Metroplex had the
The silver
Silver
thighs,
thighs
an extra gun,
Yeah.
a couple other things.
okay.
And it's going to sell for I think it said $168, $170.
Good God.
$100 million.
I'm getting
Well,
5 of those.
It's I want one. The thing stands over 2 feet tall. So
Well,
it's,
and
it's
about
pretty
that,
impressive.
it's in robot form in the box.
Yeah.
Which that's going to be a gigantic fucking box.
Yeah, the
Holy
Metroplex
crap.
was huge.
Watch
It's the
the,
same. It's the same tooling as the Metroplex. It's just a little, or the same engineering.
Right.
It's slightly different tooling.
That's
so.
why I thought it was the same robot, just in different colors, because
Yeah.
I'm not that into the Transformers. So I thought I was like, why? They just sold this last year. Why is it repainted and sold again? What's going to kill me is watching the shitty resellers trying to get like 2 or 3 of them and how big they are,
Carry
and watching
them.
them try and carry them out of the sales floor.
Oh, and they'll do it too.
They will.
Yep.
But Fortress Maximus, the original one, he was cool. So
He was the biggest transformer.
He was.
at over a foot tall, right?
No, he was way bigger than that.
Was he big? Because I've got it.
Yeah.
I just don't. I haven't measured him lately.
You haven't measured your
I
Fortress
haven't
Maximus
whipped out
lately?
my Fortress
Well,
Maximus
you
and a
know.
tape measure lately.
Some Fortress Maximuses are bigger than others.
I've heard. Some are slightly curved.
Shut up!
Coming from McFarlane Toys is the Walking Dead set of Negan and Glenn.
Is he still a thing? Honestly, like that
McFarlane-
was like
He's trying to
late
be.
'80s.
He's
Yeah.
not, but his toys are.
Yeah.
I guess.
I would say that. I think this set is really fucked up.
It really is.
Because it comes
Spoiler
with-
alert.
It's spoiler if you haven't read the comics, but this was like 60 issues ago by
Yeah.
Yeah.
comic standards.
Yeah.
It comes with bashed in head Glenn.
So yummy.
You
I think
get
it's
regular
awesome.
head Glenn wearing the baseball hat, or you get the bashed in I'm dying version head.
And he's got his eyeball hanging out of the socket.
Does it
It's
really? I haven't seen it yet.
It does.
Oh
super
God,
honked
that's
up.
fantastic.
really fucked up.
and that one's it's $50, and,
And
you
we
can
all
also-
love Glenn,
Yeah, I do.
except Kevin, because Kevin just won't sign on.
I don't like Walking Dead. I'm sorry.
And you know what? I can see why. I understand. I get it.
The thing that gets
I
me
get
is
it.
that in the comics, Negan is still a thing. I mean, he's still the
Yeah.
primary villain.
He's the villain right
Yeah.
now.
60, 70 issues later, he's still alive and kicking, which normally with The Walking Dead, you get a villain, they kill him, move on, next
Yeah.
villain.
Well, he's entertaining and he's interesting.
Oh, he's very entertaining.
So
Well, and this set will sell for $50, and they have 2 color versions. You have the full color version, or you have the black and white comic version of it. that
that's
you
so
can get.
racist.
Color?
Yeah.
Negan lives
Are
matter.
these toys of color? We're going to move on immediately.
Don't
From
we need all the. We don't want to lose anybody.
Matty Collector is knocking it out. I'm going to admit, because it's not just He-Man stuff this time. They have the Widely Kit and Widely Cat. You have the twins
No
from,
offense.
from,
Good.
from
Good.
Thundercats. So you get a 2-pack of those for $60, and they come with like boogie boards.
Hold
or
on, a
something.
2-pack is $60.
Yeah, and they're little figures, too.
God damn
They're
it.
4-inch
Yeah.
tall, so I mean they're kid size to the full 6-inch Thundercat figures. So.
Okay.
All
Moving
right.
on.
Moving on. He-Man and Masters of the Universe, She-Ra. And this is an 11-inch. It's like
She-Ra.
Wow.
Sorry, dude. Loved
Who
She-Ra.
put a nickel in the Brian jukebox?
Dude, you got it. You want it?
was
I
that
got
Unplug it
It's
quickly.
that liquid nickel.
It was that shiny nickel
Liquid
you won
nickel.
off
That's
our,
right,
our
that's right.
prize
Cool.
wheel.
I like her.
The
I'm looking
Chris
at her
Martin
right now.
s'more porter with jalapeno, my friends. That's what's talking right now. Fantastic.
Yes, they have quite a beer menu here. We're going to talk to one of the guys from the brewery here after the podcast about what's on the menu. The what we were talking about, She-Ra, though, is an 11-inch, highly detailed.
Rein it back in.
Here's what's killing me. All right, so this is like Barbie size, but it's done really posable like an action figure.
Yeah.
Comes with a change of outfit, and this specifically says you must be 18 or older to purchase this product.
Comes with real nipples.
It's creepy as fuck already to think that these are going to be adult collectors buying this thing to begin with, but then them like taking I'm going to take She-Ra's dress off. I'm going to take
Andrew.
my time putting her regular clothes on.
Andrew.
Maybe she's just going to hang
Andrew.
out with Skeletor for a few minutes.
Andrew, how do you feel about this?
It's pretty cool that they're good.
That I can undress her.
Yeah. Now this year will be like the 30th anniversary of She-Ra, so it's kind of interesting that
You never
Mattel's
say a
going
lady's
in
age.
that direction.
This will be the 21st anniversary of
21st,
She-Ra.
right? Exactly.
He wants to give her his Hordak.
Since she is the only Mattel exclusive to anything related to Master Universe line, though, it's a little interesting though. Having gone to PowerCon, they pretty much said that this is the first one they'll try out, and that if the response or from the fans is good, they'll keep it going.
Oh, she'll sell.
So, are you going to do any
Especially after the
kinky
retailers go
photography
5
with
at a
her
time.
or anything like that?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
Somebody
Bellcat
needs to
did
take
that.
the beer away from Brian.
No, I'm fine. It's good. We're good.
No,
We're good.
all I do is I just bring this little slider down right here, and now Brian, you can't.
I can be louder.
That's what she said.
Now through the Matty Collector website, that's already sold out. Obviously,
Aw.
so
I think it's all sold out already.
a
Yeah,
lot
I
of them
think
are.
most
Yeah.
of their stuff.
I know the next one is too.
So this is the Hot Wheels Suicide Squad Harley Quinn Collector Hot Wheel, which I'll be honest, the design doesn't do much for me.
No, and me
Yeah.
either.
I do like the packaging though, because it looks like the the Hot Wheel itself is suspended like on a ribbon inside a cage or something like that. And Hot Wheels is actually doing a couple of collector stuff. I don't have the link here for it. There was like a Star Wars set.
They've got Star Wars.
Really
they've got
cool.
Star Trek. At
Yeah,
this
and
point.
the packaging for some of them looked really cool. I don't do
it's
Hot
really
Wheels,
cool packaging, and I'm like, I wouldn't open the toy. I wouldn't open it to play with it. I would just pin it to the wall and be like, all right, cool. I've got Scotty in a rape van. It's cool.
Scotty doesn't know.
Seriously, look at
Somehow
the
I
Scotty
think I'm
one. It's
offended
like,
right now. I don't know. I don't know, Captain.
Hey, Captain, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just bun me over.
Well, also, what is the Wonder Woman that comes in the invisible jet?
That looks pretty cool.
But the
That
invisible
is
jet
cool.
is actually the packaging. So I don't know how much you would have to destroy the invisible jet to get Wonder
just
Woman out of it
kidding.
if you
You
wanted
leave
to.
her in there.
But you leave her in there.
You just-
But
you don't mess
she's
with
a
her.
real cool, like 1940s, 1950s looking kind of old school Wonder Woman. And here's the thing: this thing's $15.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder this thing is
That's
sold
affordable.
out.
Well, it's a 3 3/4 inch figure. It's got minimal articulation. I think there's knee articulation to it.
Okay.
Hips,
It's like
knees.
5 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
So
No,
seven.
it's,
like
it's
the,
7, I
the
think.
DC
Oh,
universe.
7.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, just for the packaging alone, I would have thought it would have been more than $15. So
Absolutely. Actually, you know what? As a whole, Maddie, over the years, it hasn't been that expensive. Maddie's always been one of the more reasonable collectibles out there for
Okay.
Comic-Con.
also, we have this one's up Brian's alley. Is the there's no photo here. It's the Stealth Alien versus Predator. He's in stealth mode, so I can't see.
Well, yeah, there's no picture of it.
There's
I
no
don't understand.
picture.
I
There's
can't see
just-
it.
What?
It's a picture, but it's kind of wavy in the middle.
He's clear. He's got a little pink
Yeah,
flower
yeah.
on
That's
him. I don't
actually
know what that's all
Miguel.
about.
Miguel collects
No,
those, right?
Scott, he's in stealth mode. I can't see it.
Migs?
Oh,
It's like a guy who walks around
Migs-
wearing
Migs and I are
camouflage
collecting-
and like,
Migs
is there a
has
guy
been-
over there? I don't.
Awesome to give me a couple for sure,
Understood. I thought the link was broken. I'm the one making the show notes, so I think I fucked something up.
but how dare you, sir?
But yeah, it's the 6-inch neck. It'd probably be $30 like everything else, and
Yeah.
it's clear. And he's got a little red hologram sticking up off his arm. And
I'm actually kind of disappointed just for the simple fact that the last couple of years, like they did the Ahab Predator or the Albino Predator the year before. And this is almost, I think this is going to be like maybe the 6th or 7th time
Yeah.
they've done the clear or translucent Predator. Which, I mean, yeah, it's cool and all, but it's time to like just revamp and get some new ones.
Well, we need to revamp and get a new movie going.
It's in the works.
We'll see. We'll see how that turns out.
I like the Predators one with Adrian Brody.
You know what? I
was really
actually
good.
enjoyed that one.
It was
quite a
good.
bit.
It was a
actually.
nice fresh take on it.
I agree. Up next is the Marvel Legends 3 3/4 Collector's Vault box
Pass.
set.
That's insane.
And it's $70, which right there for
Ouch.
3 3/4 figures. But it comes with the collector, the Benicio del Toro character from the movies.
But it's not designed to look like him.
Not
It's
at all.
actually
It's
the comic book
version.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck. Yeah, and shoot, I clicked off it. I don't know the rest of these guys'
There's a
names.
dog,
There's the
the
dog.
astronaut.
Oh, Cosmo,
Cosmo the
Lockjaw,
dog.
and Moonboy.
And apparently, the collector has a bunch of extra collection with him.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the draw.
Pass.
Like I was familiar.
Yeah, there's no way I would even bother. But
Well, I like the Lockjaw. Who doesn't like Lockjaw?
Which one's Lockjaw?
He's the big
He's
dog.
the big dog with the antenna on his head.
Got nothing.
I wasn't
Inhuman.
familiar with
Yeah,
the
I'm
Moonboy
unaware.
character. I was like, that's straight from the comics, or
Yeah, that's the cousin of Sunboy.
okay.
Is that
You're
that
out.
a thing?
You get out. You get out right now.
look at that.
You son of a bitch. Entertainment Earth. They've got a whole bunch of exclusives. They got the we talked about the 3-pack of Astromech Black Series figures. There's
Yeah.
a red and white one, a red one, and a black and silver one.
I was sold on that until I realized that they were 6-inch, and I don't collect any 6-inch. I'm like three.
Brian doesn't do anything in 6-inch. If you know what I'm talking
No,
about.
hey, you know what? Got 2 kids, man. What can I say?
There's the Ghostbusters marshmallow covered Ray action
They
figure.
could have gone without, honestly.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
You've got Timely, since their show has been canceled, some Muppets Mini-Mates. So you've got like formal wear Kermit and Miss Piggy. And then Teen Titan Go.
Sucks.
Pass them around the other way.
Never mind.
Miguel is trying to pass a cup full of liquid over all of the sound equipment right now.
Which
I'm
could go great or could go
dangerous.
terribly wrong.
All right, everybody's drinking, so I'm the only one talking. That's
I'm
great.
listening.
The podcast
I
is mine.
just took
You
the
guys,
shot.
I want to talk about women's issues since you're all
We should.
drinking.
We absolutely should. You know what?
Speaking of
And once we
women's
get to the
issues,
George Takei topic, we'll hit that.
Anyways,
Wow, we just lost so many viewers right there.
So what about the
who's
Toys R
viewing
Us
a podcast?
Bumblebee and Spike?
Oh, getting down there. Let me get down to the bottom of the list. Now, this one, I'll be honest with you, I bought a knockoff on this about 6 months ago, not realizing that this had never actually been in stores yet.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true? But what I can say from the knockoff version is it's fantastic. I love this set.
It is fantastic. I like the Spike that comes with it. It's just awesome.
Yeah,
the way it
Spike comes in
transforms.
like that little power suit that he transforms in from the movie. The Bumblebee, the one that I got, came with 3 different faces that you can switch out. Now this one, nope, same thing. It's got the logo on the hood that flips around.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great little Transformer set. It's in scale with all the other Masterpiece figures. It stands at about 5 inches tall.
About that.
Okay.
And Spike is in scale to the Bumblebee, so he's about
5
3.5, 4 inches tall, because he's a kid in a power suit. But no, I recommend it. The retail on this will probably be like the rest at like $50 or so, since it's at Toys R Us and they mark the shit out of everything.
Well,
But
that's not bad.
Can't recommend it more though. It is a great toy, and it's easy. The transformation on it's really smooth. It's easy. It's not one of those difficult alternators style that were just beyond me. That's the one thing I liked about G1 Transformers. You could just sit down, transform it.
simple.
You didn't need the instructions. Nowadays, though, it's like break out those instructions and sit there for an hour to transform it once. But this Bumblebee is actually pretty smooth. So
yeah, no, it wasn't too hard. It took me at minimum 15 minutes to transform it. So
Yeah.
for me, that's really good.
That's called an activity, folks.
Yes.
That's called an activity.
I'll kill a whole afternoon working on Optimus Prime.
no kidding.
Mega Bloks has got some really cool black and white Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle building sets that are coming out.
Okay.
So you've got like Rolf and Casey Jones and like
Rolf?
I know.
Well,
what the-
actually, I take that back. It could,
JD Roth from
Who the
Funhouse?
fuck is Roth?
Is that a
Raph?
goth Raphael?
Raph.
yeah, Raphael. The short
Raph.
version is Rolf.
Raph.
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 Raph. Aff.
I'm gonna punch you right in the fuck,
Rafiki, motherfucker.
You're gonna punch me in the Raph?
and I'm gonna punch you in the fuck. So, anyways, they
Take
are,
a drink.
They are modeled after the black and white comic series, and the figures look really cool. And I like how Mega Bloks has been doing the Ninja Turtle stuff. I actually picked up a couple and shared them on our Instagram page. Speaking of Instagram page, you should follow us.
You should
on
follow us on Instagram,
Nerds with
absolutely.
Attitude on Instagram and Nerds with Attitude Podcast on Facebook. We'll
Would
plug
those
all
be
that
the
later.
Mega Blocks that broke immediately as soon as you were putting them together?
One time, and I fixed it.
At Bandcamp.
Okay.
And almost lastly is Loyal Subjects. I guess they're going to have an exclusive Wreckage and Tiger Force
Beachhead.
Wreckage and Tiger Force Beachhead
Horrible.
as a 2-pack. So I actually have to my hookup at Comic-Con. I have to give them a couple more bucks to go grab me one of those too.
I'm still waiting for
he
when
said
they're
bucks.
supposed to release all the other ones.
Correct.
Aren't we all?
I took advantage of last
not.
November's Black Friday sale and did the pre-order on like 6 different figures that they were offering
Yeah.
in alternate colors, and nothing, no updates, no nothing. Honestly, at this point, I am so out on Loyal Subjects as a
Yeah.
supporter. They're just taking and because everything else, I keep seeing He-Man coming out, and I keep seeing Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. These new lines keep coming out in front of the thing that I pre-ordered, almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
and we all know my feelings on blind boxed shit.
Yeah,
And we
I'm,
have happening.
I'm with Scott all the way with the blind box,
We have
blind
talked
bag,
about
blind
it
box
a
stuff.
ton.
Yep.
So
Fuck them.
All right,
Drink.
has everyone taken a drink here? What do you think? This is the Winter Earth Warmer.
Yes,
This
so-
is their usual holiday
It's very good.
spec. It's
I
very
like it.
good, especially it's not really necessarily a summer ale, but when you drink it during the winter, it's even better because I don't know, it tastes like a Christmas tree in your mouth.
really,
So-
I
Pine
think
Sol.
that,
It doesn't taste like pine sol.
so the owner that brought the bottle over here really had a missed opportunity. He should have, yelled out "Winter is coming" as he brought the bottle over to the table.
Winter is here.
Listen, motherfuckers, winter's coming.
Okay, before we move on, did anybody else have any other Comic-Con exclusives that you had noticed through your own searches of stuff that stood out to you that you're going to try and get people to pick up for you since none of us are going?
That
No.
was
Hey,
it for me.
Andrew's
I
the
may
only
have a
one going.
connection. We'll see.
Well,
we'll
if,
see.
if you go, you let me know.
I'm gonna.
I might have
All right.
a connection to get in too, but
You bastards.
we'll see.
All right, so moving on, we are going to talk about TV news. First up, my favorite, Ash versus the Evil Dead, which hands down best show from last year.
Yes.
Hands
Yes,
down.
You know what? I hated it at the beginning. Finished it off and was like, "Oh my god, this is great." You know what? I took it for what it was worth, and I was like,
It's like
I'm
a
enjoying
cheap
it.
hooker.
"Good." Yes, exactly. Like a cheap hooker.
A very bloody cheap hooker.
So from that little like 2-second TV spot that they've shown already with
now there's like a 30-second trailer that you can see.
So now Lucy Lawless isn't trying to kill him. Now it looks like they've
You know
teamed
what?
up.
First you want to kill me. Now you want to kiss me.
Exactly.
Blow.
The trailer is definitely misleading to that. I'm assuming probably in the first episode or two we find out why or if she's actually trying to kill him or not, or because I think she was a demon or something, and maybe she's just hiding within ranks
possessed,
to get to him.
But remember, at the end of it, Ash and the I forgot the guy and the girl's name, but they were in Florida because he made that deal to give her the book, and she'll put him in Florida.
Yeah.
So.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
And he did, and they drove off. So who knows?
You never know.
But it's coming back. The trailer for it will post on our Facebook page, Nerds with Attitude Podcast on Facebook, where you can find links for everything that we're talking about. The little 30-second trailer. I mean, there's like one of the villains they fight has a puppet. It looks gorier, if that's possible. It looks gorier than the first season.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be more awesome, and I cannot wait.
I'm ready. I'm ready. My body is ready.
Now, here's one that's got some mixed reviews. Lost in Space, the old show from the 70s.
Don't need it.
Is coming to Netflix for a 10-episode
We
run.
don't need it, but I'm optimistic.
Nah.
I don't know.
I saw the movie back in '98. Enjoyed the movie.
I don't think this is not
I
gonna
did
have
enjoy the movie.
You're the only
anything to
one.
do with the movie.
I bought the
from,
toys. I bought.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought the DVDs.
I mean, I'll admit
yeah.
Penny was hot, but I mean that's
Well, yeah.
Who played Penny?
You know, what's her name?
she was like the 14-year-old.
Jesus.
Well, we were 14-year-old.
Bad Kevin.
I wasn't 14.
And she was hot, right?
Right? Yeah, Kevin's right, man.
I think it's a good concept. If they have some good writers and good actors, it could be decent.
Netflix has a great track record
Yeah,
now
Netflix
with
hasn't
what they're
nailed
doing
it.
with.
Hasn't not nailed it yet.
Yeah, with like the Daredevil stuff. Even they brought back Voltron, an 80s cartoon.
And that
was
Voltron, I
fucking
got to tell you,
amazing.
I'm up to episode 5. I know I'm way behind you guys, but holy shit, that's a great series. Oh my god, that's a fantastic series.
Really quick, speaking of Netflix, they actually brought Danger Mouse back from the early late 80s, early 90s. That was it premiered on Nickelodeon most of the time, but
Before Nick at Night.
It's exactly almost like the original. Like
Really?
they kept the same intro, the same opening. The only difference now is instead of them being like actual mouse and frog characters around in a human city, they're the actual city dwellers, I guess. So there's no humans in it at all.
So it's like a Zootopia kind of
Yeah,
thing?
that kind of thing. But I mean, it works. I mean, and I believe the one who they got to actually voice Danger Mouse is the one guy that plays like Robin Loxley.
Kevin Costner.
Carrie Elwes.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Men in Tights.
Men in Tights.
Men in
Right.
Tights.
Did you
Right.
just say Abe Lincoln? So,
At you.
I don't know. I think Lost in Space going to be pretty good. We'll see.
Stay
it's gonna
tuned.
do
We
better
will go
than
ahead and
Uncle
review
Buck.
the crap out of it here on the Nerds with Attitude podcast.
Also is going to be Preacher Season 2 has already been announced, and we're only like 4 or 5 episodes into it currently, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't make it past the pilot. I'm out already.
I'm still watching it. It's my thing.
Got 4 episodes in, and I just
You're out.
If I could watch it, fine. If I'm bored, I'll watch it. But
I know we're going to lose our Texas Preacher audience, but so sorry to all you Texas Preacher
And the Vertigo
listeners,
kids.
but I don't care for the character at all. I don't like the accent. I don't like where it's set. I just there's nothing about it I like at all. Now,
dig him
Outcast,
with the Irish vampire. He's cool.
that's a
Dude,
different take on a character.
Honestly, though, like this latest episode was one of the weirdest yet funniest ones. Just for the simple fact there was this little like 2-minute plot they had to deal with, but it was just so insane. You're like, really? What the hell? Nobody's realizing what's happening. But if you guys want a spoiler, I'll tell you. But
I don't want a spoiler.
okay, good.
All right, have you guys been watching Outcast?
Similar.
Similar.
Yes, it's
theme.
fantastic.
It's better.
It's fantastic. It's scary as shit. So,
I was
creepy.
almost out. There's only 5 episodes that have been out so far. This is about a kid who I'm assuming has the power of Christ in him. He may be possessed himself. It's really unclear. They're being very, very slow. It's brought to you by Robert Kirkman, who did Walking Dead.
Okay.
And he goes around with a preacher, and they're trying to exorcise the citizens of this small little West Virginia town called Hope. And but there's also a lot of like real life, like this girl has her stalker boyfriend coming to town, and the cop's best friend may have murdered somebody. So there's a lot of stuff in it that's not directly related to the exorcism aspect of it. I was almost out because episodes 3 and 4 had nothing to do with exorcism stuff at all, and I'm like, really, 2 in a row?
Episode 3 did though. It had the serial killer or the guy who killed his best friend's.
That was 2.
What was that episode?
That was
2?
episode 2 with
the fuck was episode 3?
Exactly. So, but
Wow.
they did bring it back around in episode 5, and
worst
I was
trilogy of
upset
all.
because it seemed like a bunch of manufactured scare, where it's just creepy angles and scary music, and then the occasional like jump scare with a big bump scare, bump loud noise. Those don't count. Brian would back me up on this. Jump scares don't count.
Jump scares count in Halloween movies.
Right.
When the cat jumps out of the
But
cabinet.
if you're setting up a tension-filled drama,
if you're doing that, you better have a payoff because I'm
and
gonna be
there
pissed.
wasn't. So, but
No.
but
It's kind of Robert Kirkman though,
It
isn't
did
it?
kind of bring it around. Well, that's why I got out of Walking Dead, is because it was just like, here's a little bit of zombie stuff, and then people are going to talk for 45 minutes, and here's a little bit of zombie stuff at the end.
You would
It's a
hate the
drama.
comic book.
Well,
You would hate
it.
the comic
Yeah.
book because there is so much more character exposition in the comic book.
Totally, but it's so good, though.
It
Well,
really
no,
is. It's riveting.
I actually read the first 7 or 80 issues of it, and then I just trailed off for unknown reasons. But I actually liked the comic book
Jesus, Kevin.
because that's a headspace that I was in with reading about these characters.
He's a reader, not
if
a
I'm-
watcher.
But if I'm watching a zombie TV show,
He's not a walker.
I'm sorry. I want to see the zombies. I want to see the chopping them up with the chainsaws. That's why I love
If they followed
Ash versus the Evil Dead so much, because they give you the
if
payoff.
If
for
they
one of
followed
the-
the comic book to
speaking
the
of-
T, they'd still be in the fucking prison though.
Yeah, no
they
shit.
Were in the prison
They were in the prison
forever.
forever. Yeah, absolutely. Another thing, speaking of Netflix, this wasn't in our show notes, but Stranger Things. Have you guys watched the trailer for this?
I have.
I
I've
have
seen
not.
the trailer. I want to see it
Oh,
when it comes
God.
out on the 15th.
I watched it again last night after I watched another movie, and I was like, holy crap. It looks like it's in the same vein as Super 8.
It's the
Yeah.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah, it's
show,
got
right?
Winona Ryder in it, but it's like set in the
Sold.
80s, the early 80s. And it's like a Stephen King horror type.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even to the font, like the font of the show on Netflix is Stephen King. And apparently a kid gets missing, and there's a mystery surrounding the whole missing part, and another person comes out that's not the missing person, and the first season is about how they find what's going on. It looks amazing. It's like
Now-
it's set in the 80s, like I said, the whole Super
And
8.
what part does Christian Slater play in this show?
Well, he plays the guy who comes in and fixes everything.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot,
Mr.
exactly.
Robot, that's his name,
Exactly,
yeah.
Mr. Robot.
And what is that called? Stranger Things?
Stranger Things. Yeah,
Okay.
check it out. We'll have the trailer in the show notes, but it looks fantastic. Like it when you think of 80s, like it's like a Spielberg-esque Stephen King better than it.
They were saying
Better than it.
Stephen King meets Steven Spielberg with E.T. and Goonies and
Right.
all of that just
exactly.
meshed
And you've
in
got the
together.
kids on the bikes running down
Weird.
the street looking for their friend. I was stunned. I'm like, this looks amazing. I can't wait
wait.
for this.
You say Winona Ryder, and I'm in.
That's true.
Well, she plays the chain smoking mom, alcoholic.
It's getting
you
a
know,
little old.
Right.
Who's lost her
That
So
works
am
for
I.
me.
So am I.
Yeah, who isn't getting old at this
No
point?
shit.
Yeah, have you looked at the cast of the Nerds with Attitude podcast?
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Me too.
I still think I'm the oldest one here.
This
I
whole
don't know.
empire is built on the fact that we are old nerds. So,
built on oldness.
We're classic.
I don't think 30s
Vintage.
and 40s is old.
all right. So that's pretty good for TV news. Let's talk about movie news.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
So
go to
first up,
movies.
Pacific Rim 2, I guess, is back on the table
Yes,
now?
it is.
The rim
It is.
job.
I'm good. The rim job, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Pacific Rim 2, the rim job.
This time we're even. Pacific Rim 1
This time
did
it's harder.
nothing for me.
Deeper and harder.
I really hope that it's another 3 hours of pretty decent movie, but like every 30 minutes is just boring character stuff.
Oh god, yeah, I'll totally admit, I love Pacific Rim, but the actors and the actresses in that movie were just garbage.
Except Idris Elba.
Idris Elba is good in everything he's in.
Yes, he
so
is.
No, he had horrible monologues. The writing was horrible. In that
The writing
movie.
was
I don't
terrible.
remember
but
it,
I was,
really.
I was
just-
in it for the
Idris
Avengers.
Elba
That's
is,
about it.
is you really can't go wrong. He's like a Bryan Cranston kind of like no matter what you're in.
Stunt casting for Godzilla.
Yeah.
So-
Speaking of Bryan Cranston, we have some
So
information on him.
the February 23rd of 2018. They might as well just set it for February 30th of
I know, right?
2018. I don't think this movie's ever actually going to get made. It keeps stalling out. So we'll see. John Boyega, maybe he'll
Insert
come back
the sound of the
again.
Millennium Falcon starting.
Now that he's super famous in Star Wars, maybe the next one will do much better. Sulu.
Oh my!
Now, in real life, George Takei is gay,
Yeah.
and very open about it, and a big
No.
supporter of that community.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah.
So I believe in honor of that, of his real life, they made Sulu in the new movie franchise gay, but they're not treating it special. It's just sort of a throwaway
It's just kind of-
scene.
he's
where
here. He's gay. Cool.
It's like
He's married, essentially, is what it is.
He has a husband and a kid, and I'm assuming it's something like, okay, I got to go, up into space, bye, and that's it. Like, it's not treated with any reverence. Nobody ever makes it a big deal,
As it should be.
and I don't think it is a big deal. I think, okay, fine. They
it's-
gave a nod to George Takei in real life.
And George Takei is not happy about it because apparently he feels that this is more of a stunt than an actual thing
Yes.
because
Yeah.
Sulu was not a homosexual in the original version, which I think
they,
it's cool.
they say it's not a homage to the Roddenberry universe,
Right, because-
and I disagree completely because there was an episode of Next Generation where there was an androgynous race, and Riker fell in love with this androgynous person. Regardless
Riker
of-
do.
As Riker, well, that's
Well,
Riker. I
Riker
mean-
was the Kirk of that series where he just fucked
exactly.
everything. Green,
No.
blue, don't care.
green, blue, androgynous doesn't matter.
Animate,
So-
inanimate.
If it's got a hole, Riker's filling it.
So for Takei to be like, oh, this isn't okay, I don't approve. No, it's
He said, no, my.
is it no my
No? All right.
as for him to have an issue with this, that's his own personal demons. But when it comes to the Roddenberry universe, it has always been that way.
And I don't
it's
think
always
it
been.
doesn't
you know,
matter.
Kirk kisses the first black woman on television. That it was like stunning for the day. And you know what? Today, that's pretty typical. That's great.
Yeah.
That's moving forward. So for Star Trek Beyond to have this. Is to me, it's fine. I mean, Next Generation already technically did it with Riker and an androgynous
Prince.
Sure.
His name is Aaron.
Yeah.
Its name is Aaron.
Oh,
my.
Kevin.
Well, I'm just saying it could go either way. It was androgynous, and that's a
Pat.
no my. Okay. Moving on
So-
again as quickly as possible. We've just lost all our androgynous alien audience. So
Oh my God.
Sorry about
we
that.
miss you
I was
guys.
hoping to
Come
get
back,
lucky.
please.
Fuck them.
What? What? No.
No, literally,
We
fuck
can
them.
kill all the
All
mics,
right,
and it's
yeah.
just going to be me and this bottle of beer for the rest of the episode. Batman: The Killing Joke, which we've already talked about coming to theaters.
Yep.
They've added over 300 more theaters because pre-sales have been off the charts.
Which is
As
This
fantastic.
is now
should.
going to be
As
in
they
over
should.
1,000 theaters. Now, which is not a record, but for what this is.
For a direct-to-DVD movie?
Yeah, because it comes out on digital download the next day. So it's July 25th, which is, I think, a Monday. 2 screenings, 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Check the website for the link that we post to find the local theater. I would seriously buy tickets now because I think both of them are going to sell out everywhere. I know locally a lot of our comic book shops have been organizing a lot of like private screenings
Yeah.
and things like that. So
My
I-
theater's sold out completely.
yeah, well, you're going to have to come down the hill and
Oh, I got
see it with
tickets
us.
already. Fuck you guys.
all right.
Fuck 'em.
Oh, thanks, Scott.
Hey, no
Appreciate
problem.
it, man.
Thanks for
So
inviting.
the screening
Jackass.
also includes a video welcome message from Mark Hamill, who does the voice of the Joker. And then after the movie, there's a behind-the-scenes little featurette of how they filmed and animated one of the scenes in the movie. So it sounds like it'll be a good time. Definitely get your money's worth.
Do we get to see our boy Jake in that little behind the scenes?
I don't know. I doubt it. He is totally behind the scenes. He doesn't like to get in front of a camera for anything.
So
He's so photogenic.
just watch our social media feeds to see us at the different venues that we go and see
That's
it from.
right. We will video ourselves physically seeing this.
And
regardless.
lastly, in movie news, Brian had mentioned Bryan Cranston.
Yes.
and
That's right.
he is going to be who?
Zordon.
Zordon in Power Rangers.
The
Now,
big talking head.
That's right. I am not a big Power Rangers fan, nor have I ever been.
Nope.
However, okay, I'm going to go with it.
It works.
It works.
Especially Bryan Cranston. It's one of those rare
Now,
characters.
here's a thing. Bryan Cranston actually used to do voiceovers for the Japanese version.
Oh, really?
Of Power Rangers. I don't know if anybody knew that, but
Yeah.
Nope.
yeah, he used to do like some of the monster voices. Ha ha ha! I'm going to get you, Power Rangers.
Very cool.
And so he's kind of a, I guess, canon fit.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, he did try, and this is being misrepresented a lot in the news, that he compared it to The Dark Knight.
Ooh, we'll see about
No. What he was making a comparison to is if you took
Dark.
the original 70s TV series and
Yeah.
how different The Dark Knight was to that TV
Yeah,
series.
it's going to have that darker tone
this
to
movie
it.
of Power Rangers will be that type of different separation from the kids' TV show.
Right.
With
So,
their
no,
Iron
this is
Man
not-
suits and their glowing belly buttons.
Yes.
I hope they
now, did you
rework
guys
those
did you guys
suits.
see the
So dark.
fan film that
Yeah,
was done
I
several
had
years
seen
ago?
It
that
was
one.
so good.
It was so freaking good.
Yeah.
Now, if
With
it's
the-
anything
with,
close to that,
Vanderbeek?
was it James Vanderbeek in there?
Yeah, where he's
I'm not
James
sure.
Vanderbeek and he's interviewing the blonde from Battlestar Galactica,
Yeah.
and they're talking about the war. And
Yeah.
okay,
And then they
that
go
was
into
done as a fan
the
film
Black
by
Ranger.
the director of the Dredd movie.
Right. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Because it was just something he wanted to do.
And it was so good. Yeah. Like, and so like
So
it's
I
kind
would
of on the same
imagine-
part as the Punisher short film that came out, and
Yeah.
it was like so good. Why is this not a movie?
So
It's
I would imagine it
fantastic.
would be along that kind of
Yeah,
of a dark,
if it's around
serious
that,
tone.
I'm
so.
sold. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, so that's about all the time we have for TV, movie, toy news, that kind of stuff. It is right here in the heart of summer. You guys been having a good summer so far?
Oh.
Yeah, not
Hot
bad.
one.
Yes.
I know, Scott, you work for a school, so you're actually happy to be on summer break right
I am.
now.
I am on summer break, but the problem with summer break is I have no air conditioning in my home. Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of hot.
Well, then you should come over to my house and just be playing PlayStation every day or something.
Or hopping in the pool.
Just swim in the pool.
I think that's going to happen.
Yup.
So we have summer plans.
Yeah, we do.
We got
do.
some stuff to do.
Fantastic stuff.
You guys, listeners, not you guys here at the table because most of you will be there, but you're welcome also. We are going to be having.
English is hard.
Good Lord. Too much of that.
How much have you had,
it's
Kevin?
the beer we've been
Jeez,
drinking
cut him
all
off.
day.
Cut him off.
He's got
we-
the camelback strapped to his leg.
We are going to be straight up legit representing in person IRL at Super Toy Con in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hey, August 5th through 7th at the Orleans Arena. Yeah, the Nerds with Attitude in Vegas. I don't know if that's such a smart idea, but we're going to try it anyway.
I would say start following us on social media right now because the stuff that we're going to be posting
Holy
from Vegas through Instagram
Chaos.
and YouTube
yeah.
is going to be
Maybe even
donkulous.
Now, Scott,
live streaming, just nonsense.
can you tell us a little bit about how this came about, where the Super Toy Con was brought to us?
Sure. Our friend Steve over at Rogue Toys actually contacted me. He is a major sponsor of Super Toy Con this year. I went last year to the Super Toy Con.
Yes.
And a lot of toys, a lot of cosplay. There's some,
Okay.
and it's Vegas. Cosplay in Vegas is not like cosplay anyplace else. So
It's a free room, huh?
you see some stuff. But,
What kind of stuff?
well, stuff that you don't normally see.
Nice.
To
Unless
all our
you-
wives, stop listening right now.
Yeah, just go ahead and.
Oh, trust me,
my
our
bad,
wives,
2 minutes.
our wives don't listen to this.
Wait,
Unfortunately, mine does.
I can't get mine too. God.
Would you want her to? But anyway, this is it's going to be August 5th through the 7th. There's going to be a kickoff night that we are not going to be there for. We're
Yeah.
going to have a screening of Suicide Squad, but I think we're going to be there the 5th and 6th.
We will be
right?
there Friday night and Saturday during the daytime.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's 5th and 6th.
The word on the street is that we will have a table, so you can come by and see us throughout the day. We will also be roaming the floor doing
Videos and
interviews of
recordings
celebrities
and-
and
for sure.
videotape and
You
stuff.
guys
and if-
got to come by for our prize wheel, spin the wheel.
So,
Yes.
so also be sure to check out
Yes.
our Nerds with Attitude YouTube page
yes.
for all the video fun there as well. We'll go
Yes.
ahead and link it whenever we do something.
We will put up the link, as always, to
Right.
all of our social media. So I'll just run through it one more time. You have Nerds with Attitude Podcast on Facebook, so make sure you like us there and share it as often as possible. We are on Nerds with Attitude on Instagram, Migs_Nerds with Attitude.
That just throws your whole thing
It
off.
does. I
It
don't care
really
for it.
does. We need a
Do me
Nerds with
last.
Attitude.
Put it last.
I'm just going to log in and change it for you one of these days.
It should. It should just be Nerds with Attitude.
And then you
Nerds
can
with
also,
Atti-
if you search for us on YouTube, you can find us. We are currently trying to get our subscription count up on YouTube, so please subscribe so you can actually
That
find us.
means you guys. That means
just
the
straight
one
up.
listening right now. You need to go ahead and go to our YouTube And subscribe, please.
Yeah,
Yes.
the current 5, which is all of us that are subscribed.
Yeah.
That's not enough. We need more.
It's up to like
at
9.
least, at least 5 more. So if you could just do that, that would be fantastic.
So you can find us on all those social medias. Guys, this has been a great time here at the brewery. But when before we sign off, we're going to sit down with some of the owners of the brewery and kind of pick their brain about the kind of stuff
You
they
know,
do here.
I am a founder of this brewery. So, what that means.
Probably one of like the original 5 or 6
Well,
founders,
no,
right?
actually, there's 100.
Oh.
So if you look at the Brew Rebellion logo.
So definitely like in
over
the
to your
top
side,
10, though,
it
right?
says
Of the important numbers?
28. My number is 28. I chose that because that's the date of my birth, 4/28/79.
You were just born on 28.
I was just born on 2/8.
You are old?
I am.
I'm so old, guys. It's the crypt
If you look at the Brew Rebellion logo, which looks very much like Battle Royale,
Yes.
which is kind of cool anyway. It says Brew Rebellion 100. The 100 is the founders, which was 100 people were selected to invest in the brewery.
Oh, so is this like their brewery Kickstarter?
Essentially, yeah, but not without the Kickstarter. So what that means
Brewery
is
GoFundMe?
you gave a certain amount of money at that point, and they used that money to build the first location, which is in Yucaipa, California.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the second location here in San Bernardino, California.
So they have 2 active locations?
They have 2 active locations and a third on the way, which is in, I believe you said Virginia, was it?
I don't know. We'll find out when we talk to them.
That's right.
We're going to sign off here, and then we're going to swap out microphones and get the owners over here. So let's go around the table in reverse order. That's going to go counterclockwise. I know we had a little trouble starting off originally.
What's a clock?
So we'll start over
we
here.
started off just fine.
It's been Migs.
And Robert.
And Brian B.
Scott.
And I have been Kevin. And since we're at the Brew Rebellion, you guys keep it thirsty. We will have here a couple of the guys from Brew Rebellion themselves. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Andy Sufton. I'm the brewmaster at Brew Rebellion. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
And over here we got Chris Martin. I was the original founder, and I've got my name on a beer.
Number 13.
And
baby.
That was the one with the jalapeno that tried to kill me.
Habanero, yes.
Habanero, sorry.
There is a version without the habanero if you don't like pepper.
Yes. But first of all, really appreciate you guys letting us, kind of hosting us here today. We've been drinking your delicious beers. About a dozen of the guys from the group came down so we could try everything. And
We're so drunk right now. Oh, my God.
Well, one of us is.
Shut up, Miguel.
And we are currently being
didn't say
handed
you,
a
dumbass.
what is this? I can't read the is it a blueberry?
This is the Lactose Avenger Strawberry Milk Stout.
Oh, it's an Avenger
Lactose
Stout.
Avenger.
This is one of 8. And
Oh, that's delicious.
each one of the bottles has a comic strip on the back that is part of a series of comics that is going to be one of 8. This is the Strawberry Milk Stout. We've got Banana Milk Stout.
It's got a nice bite to it.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Chocolate Milk Stout, and we've got some other ones. The story's already written. Shane Parker he's amazing, as you can tell by the artwork.
Very cool. Yeah, I will give you guys props on a lot of your bottles here. You're not just like the standard, BR on every bottle.
It's creativeness.
You have
That's
different
great about
artwork. They're wax sealed on the top. A lot of them. You have a Saturday morning breakfast cereal, which we actually had.
That was really good.
Thank you.
We had
Brian
that at
actually brought that to my birthday.
Oh,
That
nice.
was a really, really good beer.
Andy's
Yeah, good
wearing the
stuff.
shirt right now, actually.
He
Yes.
is,
Yeah, that's what I was
Saturday
saying.
morning card.
We even had a podcast series for a while that was reviewing Saturday morning cartoons. So
Oh, nice.
it was
very nice.
very apropos that the very next week he brought a bottle of Saturday morning beer. So that was awesome. Hey, how long have you guys been in this location? Oh, currently, where can people find you?
Well, right now we're distributed all over California and also Las Vegas. We have a franchise that's opening up in Virginia. So if you guys are out in Bristol, if you guys are in a NASCAR, you can be out there and you can get our beer
That's
out
a
there.
good combo.
But we just now this weekend are starting to get into Bevmo, so you'll see us
fantastic.
there.
Okay.
Oh, good job.
They'll have some of our beers. They won't have everything yet, but it takes a while to get everything out there. We've done I would say over 100 different beers in a bottle and a couple hundred on tap. We like to do new beers all the time. That's kind of what we do.
Fantastic. And if you people want to come down to where we are right now, we're in San Bernardino, near the San Bernardino Airport. At, what is that, 195 Del Rosa?
Yeah, 195 North Del Rosa, and we're really close to the airport. As a matter of fact, we're right on the airport.
Kind of
like in the property,
This building
actually.
used to be the old Norton Air Force Base BX, which I haven't been here since I was a kid, so it was kind of nice to be back on this property again in this old building being reused.
Yeah, we get people from time to time coming in and just looking at it, and they're retired Air Force, and they just bring people in to look at it and say, oh yeah, this is where we used to come and get
their hair
pastries
cut or buy their groceries
stuff,
Well, now you can get beer.
Now you can get beer. Absolutely.
I'm glad you guys are keeping this old building alive, and your beers are delicious. And,
thank you.
And couldn't be more happy to be down here today. So that's it. Thank you for listening, and
Thanks for having us.
Keep it thirsty, right?
Yeah, keep it thirsty, nerds.